Hey guys, I'm here again at the Ravenna Setting at $5 Tuesday. I'm here to see another movie. I'm here to see Predator's Badlands. All the Predator movies hinge on the human element of it. How much do you like to help humans, and how much do you want to see them live? This movie is a slight departure to the Predator franchise. This young fledgling predator is sharpening his hunting skills on this planet that's designed to kill predators. I think that's the premise, right? So we're gonna go ahead and see this movie. I'm kind of excited. It looks good, and I've seen all the Predator movies, good and bad, honestly. And I've liked a few, and I've not liked a few. But I have high hopes for this one. This looks actually pretty entertaining. So in just a few seconds, guys, I'm going to be right back to let you know what I think about Predator's Badlands. All right, see you in just a few seconds. Bye. Man, I really dug this film. I really did. So you got these two brothers. And one is larger and I think older than the other one, kind of more protective, which is his downfall, because father shows up and then slays the older one, and the older one inadvertently sends the other one off to do his task. To become an adult predator, he has to choose a prey and then kill it and bring it back to the clan. That way the clan accepts him as one of their own, right? And that's the premise of the story, is that he's supposed to go to this planet. Although, here's the thing. He picks a prey, and we think that's going to be the enemy of the movie, and it turns totally on its head, and that's not the enemy at all. We meet our cast. We have the Yukata, the surviving one, the brother, who makes it to the planet. And his name is Deck, and we meet a very charismatic Ella Fanning. She played two roles. She played the kind of evil synthoid and the very kind and very curious synthoid, right? We have that character being reliant on our main protagonist, Deck, for half the movie. But we soon find out who our true villains are, and they are these synthoids from the Wayland Corporation. So that's our connection to the past movies, is that our enemy is, it always ends up that the synthoids are always either at best a neutral character, and at worst it's always usually the enemy of the story. And this is no exception. They do turn out to be the driving force behind the plot. Throughout this movie, he goes around and he collects these companions to help him along in this journey. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to give any more of the plot away. I'm going to give you my recommendation right now. I love this movie. I'll even give you the score. I'm going to give this a 95%. Because I really dug this movie. And I'm only taking 5% away from this movie because this movie spoke to me. It was high science fiction, high fantasy, which I don't think is going to translate to the normal public all that well. There was not one human element in this movie. There are human-like elements in this movie. There are synthoids. Ella Fanning is just delightful on the screen whenever she's on that screen. No matter what character she's playing, either the cold sister or the curious sister, they are still really good characters, fleshed out characters. It really worked well. The only complaint that I would have about this movie is it was on the alien planet, which was supposed to be completely alien. So we're dealing with high science fiction fantasy, which a lot of times lends itself to the unbelievable situations. But I found even the action sequences in this movie very believable and very fun. The other thing I would have to say about this movie is it had, even though it didn't have any laugh-out moments, it had a lot of humor about itself, and it carried a very light tone throughout this movie. Here's the thing. I watched this movie, and I don't know, is it PG-13 or is it just PG? But it doesn't matter. I was watching this movie, it's my $5 night movie, and typically there were other people there. I've made this point in the past, but I don't think those people would have been there unless it was $5, right? we had the typical like older couple sitting right next to me, but I had these like 10-year-old kids that were sitting like further down in the row from me. And this movie was kind of violent, and I was wondering to myself, is this really an appropriate movie for? And I think this is actually spot on for like a tween movie. This is really good for them to cut their teeth on, as far as like finding out whether they like science fiction or not. Because this movie was excellent. It, like I said, it kept the plot really simple. It was basically a hunt, and then it was turned into kind of a revenge movie. Its violence was very, I wouldn't say cartoony, but it was fantasy violence. So, like, instead of like real red blood from humans, we were seeing like white synthoid blood. You're also seeing green predator blood. The violence was very fictional and easy to write off. So I don't see this being too violent in the movie. Let me give a recommendation. I would not recommend people to go out and see this movie unless they're hardcore science fiction fans like I am. But I would recommend this for like a home viewing for like all the normies out there. But if you were any way, shape, or form a science fiction buff like I am, do yourself a favor. I would recommend watching this movie. I would recommend giving you your hard-earned money so that we get more of these quality movies. And they definitely did set up for a sequel. So if we give the studios money for this movie, we'll see a sequel for it. And honestly, the Predator franchise has been putting out some quality stuff lately. I really like Prey, but this movie in itself was well worth it. Well worth even a full price of admission. I highly recommend it. 95%. Guys, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. I do wish everybody peace. Not today. I'll talk to you guys later and goodbye. See ya. Bye.